without wasting much time, I want to just bring in the next person here, who is my leader, someone I have so much respect for, okay? And it's none other than the leader of the Achievers team worldwide, in the person of Ambassador Vincent Nwosu. Please take it off from here. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Ambassador Ifeanyi. That was an amazing one. Happy Democracy Day to each and every one of you. I believe you can hear and see me rightly. Okay, I need to stop sharing your screen so I can share mine. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so many leaders have spoken already and shared amazing insights on what we need to do, why we have to be at the immersion, why we have to make sure we are not missing or found missing there. Now, I want to take us from an angle, and this angle is strictly on what happens when you have recruited people into your business. What happens when you have sponsored these people, you've presented right, these people are there with you, you've shown them the vision of becoming a kingsman. What happens afterwards? And that brings me to why I want to share this with us. Firstly, how has this affected me? It happened in two instances. First was in December 2018. 2018, where Ambassador Michael called us together and held a training for us. That training left an impact in my mind. In that training, I was thinking, how could a human being who still have 24 hours be able to do what this guy does? How is it possible that such a human being? In fact, one of the shocking moments was when he was discussing something in line with structure, in line with PLI. And I'm like, how can this guy do it to the point of knowing something to the kobo? What kind of planning, what kind of execution and orderliness makes this happen? Now, to cap it up, because after adopting all the things he has shared with us, so many things happened along the line, so many upgrades in the business, in the structure, but something changed phenomenally in Kenya. All the things that he had done from the start of the business, from his career in network marketing, he had been able to put it into figures, into something that can be taught by any Tom, Dick, Harry, and Daft. And that's revolutionized my mind totally about the business. That someone can actually get this, that someone can actually learn these principles, that someone can actually practice these principles, and body can be taught the same principles. Those are the things that enabled me to get a mindset that no matter what happens, no matter what anybody is currently going through, that you can start off, you can rebuild to that great individual that you have always been. And that brings me for you to enable you understand perfectly what I'm about to share with you, what I'm trying to help you understand. I want to ask you some very few questions. Have you imagined that the cement is good, Dangote cement or Boa cement? Sand is perfect, water in right quantity. But you want to learn to be a mason or build a house. And what you do first is you get the bag of cement and pour water inside it. After pouring water inside it, you go and take breakfast. After taking breakfast, you now come back and want to mix that cement with sand to build a house. The question is this: will there be a house? There won't be a house. Imagine also that there is no car, a car without chassis. Will you drive? No, you wouldn't drive. You wouldn't even enter, because it wouldn't even be moving. There won't be anything like four wheels. Imagine that we humans lived without spines, without bones. This brings me to the essence of what we have in C21FG, created and simplified for us already a system and structures that we can follow to create lasting results. Now, we may be asking, why is this important? Why has this structure? Why structure? Why must I follow become a Kingsman? Why should I go through becoming imaginative partner, active partner, Kingsman? Why? I want to very quickly explain to us the why, because when the why is known, there are certain questions we will not be asking anymore. Number one, success exists because failure exists. So many of us are wondering, why is it that the moment I start to want to achieve success here, it's all of a sudden, it's like my village people will wake up from their grave. Because the moment you go for that you want, the things you want come with it. And because that happens, you need something that constantly keeps you in check of where exactly you're going. So that when those things come, to demoralize you, to deviate you, or to distract you from the things you want, you remember where you're going and what is keeping you in line. Number two reason we have found out why the system is necessary for you is this. Motivation is not enough for success. Motivation gets you started. Have we wondered why so many people, January 1st, in fact, 1st, 3rd, 4th of January, the gym is full. Go back there in March, nobody will be there. Why? Because they were motivated with the things they wanted to do for the year. But as the year went by, oh, everybody off. They couldn't keep up. Imagine there is a structure, a system of doing things, the consequence of doing it. Because putting a structure and following a structure puts on us the discipline to be responsible. Now, being responsible, if we are not checkmated, we fall away from it because it doesn't come really easy. But with the proper structure in place, like what we have in our business, what happens? You find out that even when the motivation was out, we keep moving, right? And then another reason why that system has created many millionaires in C21FG for those who are following it and can help you create yours is when you have the people who are lukewarm in your business, when you have, and you're wondering what's going on with these people, why are they falling off? Look at yourself and ask yourself, am I following the structure? Am I following the laid down guidelines that other people have created, or have I created my own? A general is only as good as what? The people he commands. So look at yourself and you tell yourself, maybe there is this. Maybe there is this system I have created that imbibes scripts that are not necessary to my success. And there is a very cogent reason why the system and structure makes it doable, makes our business sustainable, makes our business give us that benefit of network marketing, which is leverage, which is residual income. We need to understand that success does not go to the normal person. Success is not for the normal. There is no successful normal person. All successful people are abnormal. No wonder the entrepreneur mentor in his wisdom launched out the 1% Crazy project, where it opens up to us the understanding that, man, if you are normal, forget the real 7-8 figures in the business, but if you are thinking in direction of doing something big for yourself, then you have to think abnormally. And when we now know where we are going to, it gives up the drive. When we know the why, the how becomes very, very simple. So the question is this: how do you imbibe, how do you internalize this system and structure? The immersion makes it so simple for you to be that person, that man or woman who now finds the simplest way to imbibe the strength, to utilize the vision of the system that has been created to us. So I want you to repeat after me as I close my part of this. I want you to say this to yourself, that going forward, that you are going to become that person who goes to the immersion, who prepares for it, who gets people to it because of the benefit that accrues to you being there, that the system will and the structure of C21FG will bring for you. So when I say this, I want you to repeat after me. I go to the immersion. When I ask you a question, I want you to repeat after me. Type in the comment section, I go to the immersion. Number one, have you lost the spine to rebuild? You always felt that my business has no form. As they're coming in, they're falling off. As they're coming in, they don't have a anchor. Or you're looking for where to start and build something lasting. Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. Are you the person who is looking for a way to stay inspired, not just motivated, but also transmit that inspiration to other people so that they as well can transmit it to other people? Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. If you are that person who are looking at not just raising soldiers, but leading a squad of generals, because you are following instruction, they have learned to follow instruction just like you do. Tell yourself, I go to the immersion. And if you are the person who wants to be the next big achievement in this business and to the world, tell yourself, I go to the immersion. And lastly, if you want to unleash that abnormal part of you, that 1% crazy of you, the person that comes back and raises more kingsmen, more emerging leaders, tell yourself and make up your mind, I go to the immersion. Make sure if it is opened up to you that you do not miss the immersion and that your people who qualify do not miss the immersion. That brings the end to my session. And at this point, with so many said, with so many things explained, it is that time, ladies and gentlemen, that we come to the gist of this meeting. Everything that we have all shared has been preambles, preparing us for the real big thing.